We are one year old, right? Like we started this, the first season started, the draft started in January, and for that we have done a lot of things in parallel. And one thing was that we have a plan for Germany, which is we really want to. We don't believe in this Twitch bubble or like only like a format thing. We really think that it's something that is supposed to be for society, the Baller League. Everybody should watch it and everybody should participate. So for that, we are moving into a permanent location and have some expansion plans for Germany, also with a women's league that we want to plan. A lot of things that we need to get going to get the society thing. And the other thing was that we have to move into other countries to be from a certain growth case to build that permanent case. And this, what you just saw, is a launch video for our UK league that starts in March this year, actually, and for our US league that is also starting this year. And as you said, some of the biggest names, they watch back of now the first 2 season Baller League, and the excitement in the whole UK market is incredible, right? Like from people that want to work for us to team managers that want to participate, because there's a certain hunger for this kind of sport that is a little bit more edgy and a little bit more back to the roots, I would say. So the older people can relate to that, and also the younger. And with our team manager cast, we want to kind of like strike right into the heart of the UK people. A few things you saw, for example, John Terry stripping off his suit. That's something that some of the Germans don't really get. But there, for example, it's like a story behind that. He took a picture on the Champions League final, even though he didn't play in the match. He was like in his full suit, and everybody in England laughed about that. So there's like a lot of things that shows we are not the Germans coming to you and tell you what to do, rather than this is for the UK. And then we want to really try to have 2 competitive leagues that at the end maybe also compete in kind of like a Champions League format against each other.
Okay, so but that's already like a plan in the background.
Meld that together. We are one family, and I think this is what it's all about. It's not franchising the system. It's we in control. Try to create the best ecosmos, I would say, for this kind of sport.
And of course, we now saw all those big names. So this is like, I would say, classical football. Why do you need all those classical football names, those big names, in your new era of football?
Because it's a new era in terms of how the game is played and consumed, but at the end it's football, right? And if you John Terry, or if you like Figo or Ronaldinho, you know which player you need in your team to win the Baller League. And there might be some Kleinfeld scouts, like, or small-sided scouts that have like some other view on that, but at the end people know like who to scout, and people stand for football, right? And these are the people our players look up to, and obviously also for us, we want to make sure that people take us seriously, right? And that this is something to stay. And that's why we need the younger audience with the streaming side, and obviously the attention also of this, and the power in also social media. But those big names are important for us, because this is what we want to create also in the mindset of the people. This is a league that can take over a whole part of the football industry, rather than is only in one niche, and if you have Twitch, you watch it. This is not the case anymore. It was never our intention.
Yeah. So I want to just take one step back to you, Marco. And so how is it different than a regular football game? So there are different rules, I guess. So what is different when I look a Baller League game? How is it different to actual, like, if I watch Bayern Munich against Borussia Dortmund? What's different?
I think the first thing is you don't have so much space on the field. I played for the under 23 youth club for SC Freiburg, and I didn't make it as a pro, and I was just not athletic enough. And now on this field, I can hide these things. I can hide my speed, which is not.
That's why
not here.
Christoph Kramer is really good at the camera.
Indeed. There are different qualities you need. That's also the thing why I said we have players in our league. For me personally, I don't see any better players which actually play in the second league, German league, maybe at Bayern, Dortmund. But I think Elias Annan, Tim Sulmer, you can't find
Yourself.
Yourself, yeah. So easy players who can handle this less space as good as they do.
Maybe a good example is Tim Sulmer. We have one next to Chris Kramer. There's Flo Neuhaus, who's like the coach of 𝘿𝙞𝙪. And when we have like a documentary where he talks about Tim Sulmer, and Tim Sulmer is now a Baller League player, but back in the days, he was the star at 1860 München, right? He was filling the room with his like aura, I would say, and everybody looked up to and wanted to be Tim Sulmer, right? And now it's changed obviously a little bit because Flo is a pro and Tim is in the Baller League, but still, it's only a few years between that. He still has his qualities. He just only didn't fit in the system. And this is also what is important to know. Sometimes it's not about the skills, it's also about the mindset, about timing,